I can't remember the last time I trained on my bicycle outside, so I decided to look it up. This video was it. It was a little over a month ago. Look at those blue skies. You can even see the clouds in the sky. Now it looks like this. This was taken on a late summer's morning, 7 a.m. Air quality is often rated at level 5, hazardous for sensitive individuals. Sometimes it goes up to level 7, which is just plain hazardous to anybody. Often you can't see the stars in the sky, or very many of them. In fact, as I do the voiceover this evening, we are at level 5. Still, we have some locals that will train and race in this. You know, I can't fault them because when I was younger, I'd be pushing those parameters too. But now that I'm old guy racer and Afib boy, that is out of the question. The risk-benefit calculation just doesn't pencil out for me. And before I forget, hey cycling community, this is Steve, Grusis the Cycling Greek. So since I can't ride outside, I've been doing a lot of Zwifting, like what you're seeing here. This is one of my favorite races, the Crit City race. Each race that I've done since my Afib attack a couple months ago, my power has been incrementally increasing. However, my best performance to date is lasting a little more than halfway through the race before getting dropped by the main group. Setting aside the competition for the moment, this course has two main challenges for me. First is this cobbled climb. It ends in a very steep section. The next is a rolling section that finishes about 300 meters before the finish line. My weight is down to 161 pounds, so that's pretty light for me. But with the algorithm and racing against the lighter guys, I can feel my weight going on these climbs. Don't know if it's true or not, but it always seems like everyone else is lighter than me. After the first lap or so, where I survived and was part of a 12-rider front group, I began to notice a pattern in the ensuing laps. The pack would hit the cobbled section and the roller section very hard and then dial back to rest. Occasionally there'd be a rider or maybe two that would keep up the pressure after these sections and establish a small break. But then they would be quickly brought back, certainly within about half a lap. By the way, I'm the rider in the red, white, and blue kit, with the white hair on top that looks like I'm one of those restaurant workers in the 1950s wearing the Wonder Bread paper hats. Before my aforementioned Afib incident, I was doing 3 hard workouts a week, and at least 2 of those were Zwift races, and all that led to my most recent attack. Now I'm resting more and limit myself to 2 hard workouts. And since I'm doing nothing but Zwift, that means 2 Zwift races a week. Fast forwarding to 2 laps to go, I'm still in the front group. I also have a power-up that you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, the little feather in the green circle. I'm saving that for the last time up the roller section. Once I activate that, that's going to make me considerably lighter for about 15 seconds. That sounds well and good, but I'm on the edge here. Specifically, being on the edge in this case means if something goes wrong here, or if it goes a little too hard for just an extra second, then I can go right off the back. The first thing that led to my getting to this point was first recognizing the surge pattern of the pack that I talked about earlier, and the second was being able to follow it. If you look at the graph below, you'll see 2 items. The first is a thin red line. That's my heart rate, and pretty much it bottoms out at 90% for most of the race. Now, if you look on the screen, there was somebody that actually tried to do an attack, and that we're bringing him back after that roller section. The next thing to notice at the bottom of the screen is the red bar graph. Whenever you see the orange or the red there, that means I'm going into the red zone. I do not have any more matches to burn. Unfortunately, this is the last lap. I am barely hanging on, and I can go at any moment. We are entering the cobble section. It's not so steep here, and now it gets a lot steeper. I'm toward the back. Those guys up ahead are doing what I would be doing if I was a lot stronger, attacking with 1 kilometer to go. There's a significant gap that's happening in front of me, and I used a lot of power on that last cobbled section. Now I'm starting to use my power up for weights, going over this section, and now it's not a question of if I can catch with these guys, but it's limiting my losses. There's the finish line. The graph on the right says I'm in 10th place, and even though the initial results show me at 9th place, final has me at 10th. However, on ZwiftPower.com, which enforces categorizations, I'm on the podium in 3rd place. That means there were 7 people that either were racing in too low a category or have not signed up for ZwiftPower.com. Even though I got dropped by 9 out of 30 riders on the run into the finish, because of my performance, I was given a mandatory upgrade to Category B. Life in Zwift racing for quite a while is going to suck for me. As it is often said, it is what it is. And I do love doing this. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, the cycling Greek.